Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Ryan Reed. Like 50. Drop. Push him back. Push him back. Go. It's a safety crease. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check the backer, check the backer.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
I got one. I got one. 99. Check 99. Switch. Check safety.
On first down, it's Gibson. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Danny. Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Come on, baby. Woo! Check nickel.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
You got him.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. Check.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Right there. All day, baby. Yeah. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Going with a big fullback. Wow. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Derek Watt taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 26, check 26.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Jaguars nothing.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Second and 14. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Mike 53. I'm trying to collect. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 53.
From the gun, Fields. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's checking.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Cut. Let's go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check 13. Check.
On third down, it's Gibson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Back.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bills take over first and 10.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get this. Boom. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Check pass. Jim. Off.
Jackson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch it, 5. You go night. Watch out.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Win championships, baby. Mike's 56.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 3. Kill.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check, ready. 60 outlaw. 54. Mike, 54.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, 56 yards. Mike, 54.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
You go tight.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Philip Lindsey, 31 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The Jaguars take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. What? Shift.
Off play action. Fields. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Here we go. Come on. Henry. Let him know.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Off the play fake. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go, fellas.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
We got double up, double up.
Mike 54. You.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got him. Mike 55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 24.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 56. You must be 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Hey,
don't get nervous.
56. Mike, 56.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch.
And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, an 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 17-14.
Bills 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does him no good to go back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
We're going to keep getting sacks. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the curve.
To throw is Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the 44, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The fullback Watt with a run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Here we go.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick me up.
Now it's Jackson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Check 52.
Slam. Go. I got it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Oh, safety's creeping.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That second down play nets a -4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Shit, shit. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson now, operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 43.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts in their lockers that say, unfinished business. They want to get back there and next time win it.
And that does it for the conference championship.